In this video, you will see a drug dealer who is protected and allowed to operate by the Gatineau police, coming over to the house where I lived at the time to shout at me, harass me, and to attempt to provoke an altercation. The main incident occurred, fittingly enough, on September 11th of 2023. The criminals from CSIS who have been running an extensive criminal harassment campaign against me for over 4 years utilizing psychological warfare tactics and methods similar to those used by the East German Stasi, are also fully involved in facilitating the drug trade all throughout Canada. Thus, they also use the criminals, drug dealers, and drug addicts who they control to take part in these organized harassment campaigns. It was abundantly clear that the house that this criminal lived in was a drug house, as they had also on numerous occasions sent people who were clearly on some type of narcotics over to the house to harass me and to attempt to provoke responses. It is important to note that, as my documentation clearly shows, most nights when I would leave the house when I lived in that area, CSIS would have neighbors who they enlisted to take part in the harassment by running an extensive slander campaign against me, coming out of their homes to leave at the exact same time when I would leave, or to follow me when I would arrive home and when I would exit. These psychological harassment tactics are designed to let the subject know that they are clearly under surveillance, and they are also utilized so that the criminals who run the operation can get the target to lash out with some type of angry reaction, which can then be filmed and misrepresented to add to the extensive lies and slander, so as to justify deceiving more people into taking part in the harassment by presenting the subject as being violent, aggressive, or mentally unstable. It is also important to note that, as my video documentation shows, most nights when I would walk down the street to get the bus to travel to work, the Gatineau police would show up with precise timing to stalk me and to menace, harass, and attempt to intimidate. Yet, the one night when I had to call them to come and assist with a real situation involving an aggressive criminal who was trespassing at the property where I lived, they took over an hour and 20 minutes to respond. And when they did finally arrive, despite showing one of the Gatineau police officers clear video evidence of the drug dealer shouting lies and ridiculous slander, by calling me a rapist and a pedophile, the responding officer who I spoke to, Jeremy Jelinas, did not put any of this information in the report that he wrote pertaining to the incident. One of the reasons why I called the police was because I wanted a record of the harassment, and I also wanted a record to show that one of the things that was motivating these people in the area to stalk me, harass me, and do fake illegitimate surveillance on me were the ridiculous lies and slander that had been spread about me, most likely by police, to attempt to deceive people into taking part in this criminal harassment campaign. Of course, Officer Jelinas left that most important information out of his report because he knew that people in law enforcement had been sent all throughout the neighborhood to spread these absurd lies about me. The officer also knew that this would give me a clear written record that lies and slander were being used to provoke people to partake in these activities against me. Thus, he intentionally and deceitfully left this most important information out of the report that he wrote, which I subsequently obtained by going to the police station, knowing that the officer would most likely lie and be deceitful about the situation and also refuse to put the most pertinent information in the report. How this incident on September 11th, 2023 began was with one of the other tenants who lived in the house where I lived, who had also been enlisted by CSIS to take part in the harassment campaign by pulling up in his car at the exact moment I would leave or arrive home, or by leaving at the exact same time that I would leave constantly as part of a same-time exit/entry routine that is regularly used in these CSIS organized harassment campaigns, pulling up across the street at the exact moment I had exited the house. Since these methods were being continually used as part of the harassment campaign, I took out my phone just to record and document the vehicle pulling up at the exact moment I was leaving, as I was compiling evidence of the tactics used in the harassment campaign for my own records. It seems that this situation was orchestrated between the tenant who lived at the house where I lived and the drug dealer across the street, as those orchestrating the harassment campaign knew that I would probably film the vehicle arriving just as I had exited. This then provided a flimsy excuse for the drug dealer to come over across the street and start shouting that I was filming his house, which was clearly not the case at all.
What's this here? Notice this here. Just as I'm leaving. Look how slow this is. Okay. Watch this here. So I just stepped outside just now. Just stepped outside now. This is probably somebody who lives here. Guaranteed. Watch. Somebody who lives here. Okay, it's this guy here. You can see this. So I just exited the house. Notice it. I get this on record here. I've just stepped outside here. This happens every night when I leave. So someone, whether it's here, whether it's next door, or whether it's here, as soon as I step outside, they have somebody pulling up in their car. So it's right across the street there. You can see two guys just sitting there idling in the car. There, you can see that. This is the moment you saw that too. So I came out from here. The moment I came up, car pulls up from here. You can see them sitting over here. See, they're pulling out now. Coming out now. You can see this here now. Look at the guy staring over at me. Staring over at me for no particular reason. Again, I just stepped outside. As soon as I stepped outside, the car pulled up. So you can see here. I think this is one of these creeps who lives here, actually. Or one of the... Yeah, it is. It's one of the guys who lives over here. So that was literally, like, I stepped out the door. And now look at them. See how they're looking over at me as if it's my fault or some problem caused by me? Yeah, it's the guy who lives here. One of the guys who lives here. So you can see he's going up and talking to this guy here. So you can see... Yeah, so I just stepped out. The moment I stepped out the door, you can see these guys walking in the house here. This is just as I stepped outside, they pulled up. See the one creep there and then the other guy there. I'm sorry?
The guy who thinks you are recording. So
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry, sir. Sorry?
The guy who thinks you are recording, so...
I am recording. I am recording because I stepped outside of the house and as soon as I stepped out, the car pulled up. That happens all the time.
Huh?
So that happens all the time. When I leave for work, I'm leaving for work right now.
Okay.
As I leave for work, your car pulled up exactly with exact timing. I can record him if I want to. I'm on the property here, so he has nothing to say about that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's one of the guys who lives here. Apparently, I think it's one of the guys who answered. I don't know what this guy's screaming about. What? And I can film him if I want to. I'm on the property right here, so he has nothing to say about it. I'm filming the vehicle there. So as I left, that car pulled from down there. It came from down there, pulled up right in front of his house here. What's this guy doing? So this guy's coming across here to start some problem now. Can I help you? I don't know. I speak English, man. I can't understand. I'm not filming you. I'm filming the car there.
Why are you filming my house?
I'm filming the car that pulled up in front of you.
Why are you doing that?
I said I'm filming the car that pulled up in
Why
front
are you
of you.
fucking doing that?
I just answered you.
Wait,
Get off
you
the
live
property.
here?
Get
You
off.
live here?
Get off the property.
You live here?
Yeah, I live here. Yeah.
Where you live?
I live right here.
Yeah, that's your house?
I don't own it. I'm a renter here. I'm not filming your house. I'm filming the car.
Can you please stop doing that, please?
Do you listen
Can
to
you
what?
please stop doing that?
Do you listen to what I say?
Can you please stop doing that,
Okay,
please?
stop screaming and repeating yourself, sir.
Can you please stop doing that?
Can you get your dog away from me?
Can you please stop doing that?
No, I can't. I can record if I want to. I'm on the property where I live.
Can you stop doing
Can you
my
stop
house?
screaming? Can you stop screaming and
Fuck you!
Okay.
Can you stop doing that?
No, I can't. I'm filming the car that pulled up in front of your house. I'm not filming your house.
That's my house, buddy.
Sir.
You've been doing that since an hour now.
Okay, you're lying. I have this recorded. I have it on here. I haven't been doing it since an hour. I stepped out 5 minutes ago. First of all, listen to what I'm saying. I stepped out 5 minutes ago. The reason I'm filming is because that car pulled up right when I came out. It has nothing to do with you or your house. I'm not filming your house. I'm filming because when I left my house here, right? I came outside 5 minutes ago, not an hour. I have it all recorded. I have evidence, okay? So if you want to talk to the cops, you go ahead.
I don't care.
So listen.
I'm just telling you.
I'm not filming your house.
Please.
So listen to what I'm saying.
Please.
Okay, so you don't listen then. I'm trying to explain to you.
I'm telling you, please.
I'm trying to explain to you, sir.
You get enough.
I'm not filming it now.
You get enough, man, for the car.
You're screaming, man. Calm down. Calm down. You're screaming at me.
Yeah, you.
What do you?
Give me a problem.
No. There's
Don't
no.
put your fucking.
There's
hand
no
in my
problem.
face.
I'll put it if I want to. You're trespassing on the property. Leave the property.
No.
Okay. Well, then I'll call the cops.
Here.
I'll call the police.
Yeah,
then.
call. Call right now. Right now.
Yeah,
now.
I know, because you work with them.
Call right.
Because you work. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I'm a fucking police too. Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe you are.
Call.
Well, get off the property and leave me alone.
No, I'm not leaving
you're the one
until you
who's
call.
here. You're the one who's here.
I'm not
I have to
going
go to, sir,
until you call.
I have to go to work, sir. I
Go,
can't.
get the fuck out of here. I'm tired of you filming my fucking house.
I'm filming that car that pulled up in front of your house. You're screaming and
You
acting
take
crazy.
it already.
You're
Piece
screaming.
of shit.
So I'm not
Oh,
filming
no,
it.
you don't want. Okay.
So you're call the cops then, buddy. As soon as I came outside, this guy starts screaming at me, man. Look at this. Look at this nutcase. He's insane, this guy.
You don't want that?
He came over and started screaming. No. Oh, no. Okay, you want to call the cops? I'll call the cops then. Okay, it's going inside. Unbelievable, man. Should I call the cops? I don't know. He probably works with them. So you can see this nonsense happens as soon as I step out. I'm going to work. As soon as I step out to go to work. Here's what happened. Anyone can see this. I've got footage of it here on my phone and the glasses. He's saying it was going on for an hour. I stepped outside 5 minutes ago. I stepped outside of the house here. As soon as I step outside, that car pulls up with the guy who lives here. One of the guys who's renting here. I hold up my phone to film the car of the person who pulled up. This guy comes out of his house and starts screaming at me. He runs across here aggressively and starts shouting and threatening me. You know what? I am going to call the police. I am going to call the police here. So again, just to reiterate everything that transpired here. I stepped outside. The moment I stepped outside to go to work, car pulls up right in front of the house with one of the guys who lives here. The moment I exit, right? So as soon as I step outside, he pulls up with perfect timing. I film the car to show how this happens all the time. Guy across the street comes out and starts screaming at me and trespasses on the property and starts shouting and aggressively threatening me. That was all timed. The guy who lives here knows what he was doing too. He's a part of it. So he pulls up. Again, as soon as I left, he pulls up right as I exit the house. Now, I've shown video footage of this consistently for over a year in this area of them doing that. Okay? So that guy received a text message to pull up right when I arrived. Then when I filmed the car, this goon across the street comes over with a dog and starts screaming at me. So I'm going to call the police now. As usual, someone pulls up in a car. I film the people pulling up, and one of them, of course, is one of the guys who lives here, one of the stalkers who lives here. Normally, they use this female to do the stalking, to leave when I leave, and etc. I'm just waiting for the police now, because this guy across the street came over and started getting really aggressive. He wouldn't leave the property, and he brings a dog over onto the property. So I told him I would call the police if he continues. Now you can see what happened also is, as he did that, you see people kind of coming out all around. So you see some woman down here, you'll see here, going out to walk the dog now. While this is going on, you can see this, all right? So this is all to provoke a problem. You can see here, some guy coming by here. And this is almost 10 at night, just as I'm leaving for work. I had to call and say I'm going to be late for work because I got to see the police now and tell them, because this guy was getting aggressive. He seems like he was going to get violent. You could see the footage of what he was doing. He was trespassing on the property here. And now they've got this person walking a dog coming out just to send a message that these people all work together here. So all I'm doing is going for work. I'm documenting this, leaving for work. Each time I leave for work each night, I get harassed. Often it's this female, the female who lives in the front unit here. She leaves every time I come home. So at the exact same time. She's been doing that for 6 months now. And then tonight, the guy who has a room over here, as soon as I step outside, literally as soon as I come up the driveway, he pulls up. So I take out the phone to film that. And as I do, the guy across the street comes over and starts threatening me and screaming at me. So you can see here, this guy coming by here. Notice this. It's like a dog walker and some guy here. So he's coming around. So now I'm just waiting for the police to show up now. And this is probably going to take a while. They said it's going to be between a half an hour to an hour. But I want to get this on record in case this guy does anything, because I have the whole thing filmed.
How you get that house? How you get to live here?
You can hear him screaming. Listen to him scream. Listen to him screaming. I've lived here for a year. You listen to. Did you hear what he said? Did you hear what he said? Did you hear what he said there? Did you hear what he said there?
I see you on the internet.
Did you hear what he said there? He said you're a pedophile, you're raping kids. This liar over here. So he's been fed slander as well. You heard what he said there. They fed him some type of lie or whatever. This is what they do to people. To slander them, defamation of character.
I see you on the internet.
Yeah, okay. Sure, sir. And then you can see over here, there's this person with the dog is just standing there watching. She's associated with him too. So as soon as I stepped outside, and then another guy there coming out of his house now, while this guy's screaming at me. So again, all I did tonight was I left for work. You heard what he was just saying there, that lies and slander that he was spreading there as I left for work there. So I'm waiting for the police because this guy has come over, trespassed on the property. He's shouted slander at me.
spreading lies. Now look over here. Now you can see what they do is when these situations occur, because they've enlisted all these neighbors through lies and slander, they're coming out. So you can see here. You got this woman walking a dog at 10 at night, and that guy over there, they support this guy too, while he harasses me while I go to work. So you can see how they're all involved in it, right? She's standing over with the dog. He's causing the disturbance. You can hear him screaming. You can hear the guy screaming over there. He's screaming things like pedophile, lies and slander. And these people you can see out here. I just want to get this on camera as well here. So you can see them coming out to take part in it as well. This is after 10 at night. And this is what they're doing here. You can see over there. Now, do you think that's normal to be out walking a dog after 10 p.m.? I don't think it is. So it's constant harassment here. So I've called the police. We'll see. Now he's coming back out here, this guy. You heard what he's saying there. He's screaming lies and slander. Now he's going out because the cops are coming, guaranteed. He's probably going to leave now. And you can see over here. So while this is going on, they always have to have a bunch of people around to surround and harass you, right? So you can see two people over here. When this guy was coming up the street, he's talking with that woman with the dog just to kind of show that they're all involved in it. So all I'm doing is leaving for work. I want to get this on camera again, just to reiterate. You can see they're standing out there. And then the guy's still over there. The guy who trespassed and came over and threatened me, he's still over there screaming. He's not screaming now, but he was. And you can see here. So they got to watch the whole situation too, just to kind of make sure that... Notice them there? So the female there, and then the guy standing on the porch is standing, they're looking at me too, as if I'm causing the problem. This guy came over, threatened me, harassed me, trespassed on the property, and they're looking at me as if I'm causing the problem. So you see that? The guy over there, he's looking at me as if I'm causing the problem. Whenever anyone can see with the video, this guy's causing the problem right here. He's causing the problem. I was just leaving for work, and he comes over and threatens me, and trespasses on the property and brings a dog and starts screaming lies and slander at me. This happens every time I leave for work at night. So, got the police on the way. I'm waiting for the police now. We'll see how long it takes for them to come. You can hear what he was screaming too, lies and crap about just nonsense. So notice this here. Notice the two people here, right over here. You can see them there, right? They're both staring at me. You can see from the video footage that this guy here came over and was getting aggressive, was threatening me, brought a dog onto the property. And notice they're looking at me. So I want to get that on camera here. Notice the two of them are looking at me. I haven't caused any problem here. I just left the house to go to work, and they're looking over as if I've caused the problem, okay? And you heard what that guy said. You heard the lies that he was saying. Is this the police here or no? Okay, still waiting for them. Threatening me. So I want to show the police the footage of how this guy conducted himself. And yeah, you would know. I guess you would know since you have contact with them. He's connected with the police too, so I guarantee I already know how they're going to handle this, but we'll see what happens. So here's another person coming here. So you can see again, these people here, these two neighbors here, are all on this guy's side. Now he's got. This guy began this stuff. You saw what happened. Anyone who saw the video footage saw what happened. You see what happens to me every time I leave for work here, and you saw what he did. I was filming the car. These guys pulled up as soon as I left. And this guy's drunk too. He can't even talk. He's drunk. He's slurring his words. Listen to him. He's how drunk he is. Now there's another person coming out here, another neighbor here. So this guy over here is causing the problem. You can see it. But what this has done is it's all about painting me as some villain or something. All I was doing was leaving for work. Same as I do 5 nights a week. Every time I leave for work, I get this type of crap going on with people leaving when I leave, coming home when I come home. And then I get harassed by this guy across the street just for leaving the house tonight. So I want to get it on record. I've called the police, and I want to see how they're going to handle this. And of course, what you've got, because I called the police, that's why those people are out there. So you can see, they all have to come out to try and make it out like it's me causing some problem. All I've done, anyone can see, all I've done is leave for work. You can see they're on the same side as this guy here. They're on the same side as this guy. Notice what they're doing here. It's none of their business, yet they have to come out and okay. So waiting for the police. They should be here soon. They're probably going to take a while still. You can see he knows this. He knows this person here as well, right? So she goes over and talks to him, and she knows him as well, right? So you can see how this guy knows all these people here. Now look at this. She's coming out with the dog here. So you've seen my videos. You know how you know what's happening here, right? Now watch this. She's going over to him now. And he's making those fake compliments.
Non, il écoute pas. C'est son caméra.
Français ou anglais?
Non, il parle à rien.
Est-ce que tu parles en français ou en anglais?
It's only English. Sorry.
English? Can
Yeah.
you shut your,
No, I can't. No, I'm filming because of what's happened to her.
No. This is intrusion of privacy.
No, it's not. I'm not filming you right now.
You cannot do that.
I'm not filming you right now. I have the. Yeah, I live here. Yeah.
Okay, well, you shouldn't do that.
I shouldn't. Okay, first of all, I can do that if I want to. I can do that if I want to. It's not intrusion of privacy. This guy over here came over to threaten me and harass me. I have footage of it. He came onto the property. He threatened me. He screamed at me. He brought his dog on the property. And you can see all these people coming out now. All coming out to blame me for this. All I was doing was leaving for work. And this woman here is coming over saying I can't film. I can film absolutely. This guy's getting aggressive and violent. I've called the police. Of course I'm going to film. For my own safety. I can film if I want to. No, she's over here talking to him. Notice this. Every night when I leave for work, this happens here. And I'm about tired of this stuff. And I film it every night. You see on my videos what happens every night when I work here. When I leave from here. It's unacceptable. And the police are taking a long time to come because they know I got to get to work. So it's going to be a while. And I can film if I want to. She's 100% wrong. She doesn't know the law. I can film on the property here if I want to. So you see how she's talking to him. It's all set up. And then this guy over here is still staring over at me as if I'm causing a problem. All I've done, I'm right outside front of the house where I live. Just leaving for work. This guy's drunk out of his mind too. Listen to how he's drunk. He's slurring his words. You can see the guy over there still. So they've got to monitor this whole situation and watch. Notice they've got a camera at the house there too, up at the top there. So the one guy there, he's standing out here, and she comes over and says, I can't film. I can absolutely film. She doesn't know the law. She doesn't know the law. You can see a dog walker there going back, right? And again, you can see them. They're all working together here. This is all about harassing me. I've done nothing wrong. He's going back over here now through it. So the other guy here, he's with them as well. Now listen to this. Hear that? That's going by right as I'm still waiting for the cops. Still waiting for the cops to come. You can hear that. The broken muffler car going by there. It's pulling up down there. You hear the sound of that? That's that one dude who comes out a lot of times when I'm leaving. So this is the cops. Still no. So called the cops close to an hour ago. I'm still waiting for them. I think they're intentionally taking as long as possible. Pretty obviously. Yeah, that's it. This guy I showed in the other video there. We're going to wait for the police, and I don't expect them to handle this in a fair way, but I just want to have documentation that I called the police in case this guy causes another problem, because I think he will. Seems like they're going to use him regularly, this guy. You can hear him. He's still screaming. You can hear him. He's drunk out of his mind, this guy. On a Monday night, he's drunk out of his mind. Is that the police? No, that's a cab. They're taking forever. Come on. So I had to call into work and tell them I was going to be late because of this guy. Can you hear him? Can you hear him rambling? Drunk and rambling. As you can see, the whole thing, this was set up that way because the way they set it up was they knew that when those people pulled up, the one guy who lives here, he recently moved in, that guy. They knew that I would film it or whatever, but normally I would just get it with my glasses. But I had the phone out, and then that was all set up so that he could start screaming, and then he started screaming. And then the guy who lives here says to me, yeah, that guy says you're filming it. I was filming the car because
every night when I leave, they do these things. So anyone can see that that's why I was filming. And you can film in a public place anywhere. Yeah, you hear him? You hear him? The guy's drunk out of his mind. He's drunk out of his mind.
I'm coming out, please. Yeah. Okay, I'll show them the footage of it then. Yeah, it's on police, Hi, how are you? Sorry, the reason, just to let you know, the reason I have the glasses on is because they're camera glasses. So I'm filming because of some stuff that went on. So the guy, he's still over there, the guy there. I want to show you the footage of what happened. So
what happened exactly?
Okay, so basically, I was leaving for work at approximately 9:20. I leave the same time every night. I come out of the house here, right? As I'm coming out of the house, this car here pulls up. So because of some stuff that's been going on, right?
Okay.
I take my phone out to document this because there's been a lot of stuff with, I'll just say, people following and showing up right when I arrive and when I leave. So because of that, right, I filmed the vehicle there. The vehicle pulled up in front of his house. So because of that, he starts screaming, thinking I'm taking footage of his house. I wasn't filming his house.
Okay.
That wasn't my intent. Now, if it caught, maybe it caught his house in the footage. My intent was not to stand there and film his house. I wouldn't do that, right? So he came up. I want to show you the footage, if I may. He trespassed. What happened was, this guy here, so I live here, right? I rent a room here. So this guy here, he's some new guy who moved in. So he walks up to the house here to me and he says, hey, that guy says you're taking footage of him. I said, I'm not taking footage of him. I said, I'm taking footage of your car. That's the car there with the guy who rents here. So anyway, so basically, then he comes across, right, after, because I was filming because I said he was getting aggressive and screaming. So he walks up to the driveway here. I'll show you the footage as well. He walks up to that dog there. He brought the dog onto the property. He starts screaming at me. He's screaming all sorts of things, like insults. He's screaming things like pedophile, rapist, and stuff like. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like all this slander and lies. Almost like somebody told him a bunch of lies about me. So he comes up onto the property here. Let me just, I'll play the footage just to show you what happened. So this is him when he's coming across the street here, right? Okay. I told him to leave the property. He's trespassing. You can hold it if you want to. Do you want me to hold? I said I'm filming the car that pulled up in front of me.
I clearly explained to him. I told him leave the property.
Okay.
He's also drunk. He's very drunk, I think.
Okay.
I don't own it. I'm a renter here. I'm not filming your house. I'm filming the car.
Can you please stop doing that, please?
Do you listen to what?
You can tell. I'm just telling him calm down. Leave me alone.
Yeah, but as of now, what do you want us to do with this situation?
Well, first of all, he trespassed on the property, so I want you to warn him not to come over and trespass with a dog.
Of course we're going to tell him that.
I'm worried. He's right. Watch what he does. He's aggressive. He's getting in my face. I'm worried. Like, I'm leaving for work at night. If this guy's going to start stuff regularly with me, I don't know. I don't.
Tell him to leave you alone, but
Yeah, that's what I want.
okay.
I'm not saying like, and also ask him not to trespass on the property.
Yeah, I
'Cause
understand that.
you can see he's trespassing.
Yeah, but technically there's no infraction on this part because he's on the.
No, he's on the property.
I know, but there's no infraction. Technically, I cannot arrest him for anything.
I'm not asking you to arrest him. I'm just asking you to warn him.
Of course, we're gonna tell him to stay on this side.
Just tell him not to trespass and bother me.
What's your last name?
Okay. So you can hear
Your birthday. Yeah.
1979. So you hear, I'm trying to explain to him, he's aggressive, he's hostile. I told him, I said, sir, I'm not filming your house. I explained to him, I'm filming that vehicle because of some stuff that's happened to me. I've had a lot of harassment that's happened to me. Every night when I leave for work, I have things that I believe are stalking. People following and pulling up right when I arrive, leaving right when I leave. So because of that, I have every right, you know this, I can film in a public place and document.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
You can
Yes,
film
yeah.
in a public street.
Right.
But you have to understand that it can upset some people.
I do understand that, but the intent was not to upset him.
And I know you had nothing no bad idea in your head when you were doing it. It's just
Yeah.
you have to understand that if
That-
my neighbor does that in front of me and comes and films my car and I did nothing, I'm gonna go ask him, what the fuck are you doing? That's
You're gonna go onto his property with a dog and trespass and get aggressive and say, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Like I
That's
said,
not normal.
maybe I will have the attitude they had with you, but I'm gonna go ask, what are you doing?
And I would answer you. I would say, I would answer by saying, because of some harassment I'm experiencing, I have a right to film in a public place. So that I was in the right. I didn't do anything wrong. And also, normally I don't use the phone. That's why I'm wearing these at night. I know it looks stupid to have sunglasses on at night. They're camera glasses. So normally I would wear these. I got a new pair tonight, so that's why I was using the phone. He also, what's suspicious about this is when he came onto the property, he's screaming in my face. I don't know. Do you want to see the rest of the video? I only showed you.
No, it's okay for now. But we're gonna tell him to don't come on your property.
Okay, that's the main
He's gonna
thing.
leave you alone,
And not to talk to me. Just leave me alone.
Yeah.
He also is screaming. Now, what's my concern
I'm
is.
just gonna get out.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Another thing that's my concern, sir, is so can I quickly ask you for your badge number as well, just because I want to document this. If you could give me
1819.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so what he was doing, give me a second. This is one of the tenants who lives in the house here. I'll just attack him until she goes in. Yeah, she lives here at the house. I'll just wait till she goes in. It's not her business. So basically what he said to me, sir, this is what disturbs me and what's concerning. He screams at me, "You're a pedophile and you're a rapist." I said, "What are you talking about?" That's like so somebody is, I don't know what put that in his mind, but that's not something that you normally say to somebody unless somebody's told lies about
I
you.
understand. I'm gonna go see him and
Okay.
just ask him to don't come in your property
And not to
leave
talk
you
to
alone.
me, not to talk to me.
Okay?
So now I want to have this on record that we've talked. So if I have to call you again and he's doing it again, okay.
It's gonna be written.
Oh, can I wait here? I'll just wait while you
Yeah.
talk to him. Thank you. Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Alright, it's good. You told him to don't come near you, okay?
Okay, so he's not going to talk to me anymore,
No,
right?
he's gonna leave you out.
Okay.
You can go back inside and he's gonna...
I got to go to work now. I'm late for
Okay,
work.
yeah.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate
Have
your
a
help.
good one.
Thank you. You too. Oh, sorry. Can I ask you, sir? One thing. Can I ask you something? I just want to ask you: Are you going to be able to write a report about this incident? And maybe provide me with a report,
We're gonna write
just
like
in case.
3 lines, but
But I know. But just so I know that if it happens again, then
Yeah,
we
there's
have
gonna be something-
we have evidence,
there's
right?
gonna be something with your address, yeah.
So how will I get that, by email or is
Well,
there
if you want a copy, you can go to the police station. I can give you the file number if you want.
Okay, so if you could do that, can you provide me with what it will be?
Can you write down the number?
Yeah, I'm recording. You can just tell me. Yeah, I'm recording.
Okay, so the file number is gonna be 23-55124.
Okay, and that'll be written tonight, correct? Okay, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Take care.
I subsequently filed a complaint against Officer Jelinas for negligence of his duties, as he had clearly left the most important information that I had provided him with, as well as what he saw and heard in the video evidence I showed him, out of his report because he knew that police and possibly RCMP had been involved in going around the neighborhood to spread these ridiculous lies and slander about me. Thus, he had been instructed not to put any of the pertinent information in the report because he knew very well that deceit was being used to enlist some of these people to harass me, and to justify to doing fake illegitimate surveillance against me every time I would leave or arrive home. CSIS then interfered with the complaint I filed, instructing the Quebec Police Ethics Commission to dismiss the complaint despite the fact that I had shown clear evidence that the officer had neglected his duties by purposefully leaving the information that I had provided him with, as well as what he had seen and heard in the video evidence which showed the drug dealer harassing me and refusing to leave the property, out of his report. It was clear that the officer had purposefully left this information out of the report because he knew that lies and slander had been used against me to justify these continued harassment activities. After moving away from that location to a different area in Aylmer, Quebec in 2024, the harassment activities continued and the Gatineau police continued to protect the criminals and perpetrators who CSIS and the RCMP had enlisted to follow me, harass, stalk, and attempt to provoke altercations. The man pictured here is another criminal, very likely involved in the drug trade, who was intentionally moved into the unit up above me to continue to provoke, harass, stalk, and follow me on a continual basis. I showed the Gatineau police clear evidence of him continually showing up wherever I would go, and of him going to stand blocking the front door at the exact moment I would attempt to leave for work on a consistent basis. The criminal in that previous picture also openly made a threat of violence against me, and I have video evidence of this, as well as his continued stalking activities which provably break the laws against criminal harassment in Quebec. Despite showing the Gatineau police all of this evidence on multiple occasions, officers such as the female pictured here attempted to dismiss the facts and to continue to make excuses to protect this criminal who I had proven was continually stalking me, constantly trying to provoke altercations, and who had made a clear threat of violence against me. Despite their best efforts to protect the criminal, one of the male officers who had responded to one of my calls reporting the clear and provable harassment of the individual who I showed in the previous photo knew that I had recorded our interaction and had evidence of me showing them the criminal making the threat of violence against me. So at this point, the officers begrudgingly allowed me to press charges against the perpetrator, knowing fully well that the charges of criminal harassment would be swiftly dismissed by the Crown, who have direct connections with CSIS. The Crown dismissed the charges while providing no valid reason for doing so, despite the fact that they had been presented with clear and overwhelming video evidence that proved these acts constituted criminal harassment. As well as protecting criminals and drug dealers who are apparently able to freely break Canadian laws and commit crimes on behalf of CSIS, the RCMP, and the Crown, the Gatineau police have also been actively involved in criminally stalking me for over 3 years. I have compiled extensive video documentation of them subjecting me to continuous criminal harassment and constantly showing up to purposefully menace and intimidate me, despite the fact that I am a law-abiding citizen who has no criminal record. The Gatineau police target, stalk, and harass me as I simply attempt to travel to and from my job. Then, when I get to Ontario, CSIS sends groups of criminal motorcycle gangs to continually follow me around and drive back and forth all night in front of my workplace to subject me to an endless noise campaign. I have also compiled extensive video documentation of these activities, which have been going on for over 4 years. I am also continually stalked by the Freemason criminals in the Ottawa police, all working as part of a criminal harassment operation against me because I have spoken the truth and exposed their gross corruption and provable involvement in drug trafficking. They have also targeted and harassed some of my family members in a similar manner, and CSIS, the RCMP, and other corrupt Canadian Freemason police organizations are actively involved in using sophisticated psychological warfare techniques against people who speak out against corruption or who expose police involvement in criminal activities. Most of the people who they are targeting in this manner either don't know the full extent of what is being done, or they are too afraid to speak out. CSIS also goes to great lengths to try to slander and discredit the people who speak out about these activities and expose their criminal actions. They fund large amounts of people to post staged videos online and intentionally act in an unstable manner to cover up these crimes.